What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is a retro review. It is A Different World season 4 episode 10. So I always tell you guys there's the story, then there's the sub story. So the story, this actually really has two main stories, I feel like, this episode. But this is the episode where we have Ron dealing with his dad's expectations. So the episode starts off with Dwayne and Ron at the apartment, and Ron gets a package. It's from the summer. It's a picture of him at the dealership, smiling, and his father sent him the picture saying, can't wait for you to join us full time. It's gonna be sons and sons and sons kind of thing. Fathers and sons kind of thing. And Ron is like, I do not want to do this. Like, that is not what I want to do with my life. That is not where I see my future. I want to be a full-time musician. Like, I want to be a drummer. And this is where we first see Ron started getting into music like this. This becomes a theme for the rest of the show, really. But this is where this first starts taking shape. And Dwayne tells him, he's like, well, then let your dad know, because his father's been calling, and Ron's been avoiding his calls, and Dwayne's like, just tell your dad. And he was like, really? Like, my dad. Like, that is not how that's gonna go. Like, it ain't gonna be that easy. And Dwayne is like, okay, but you gotta be honest with him. Like, he keeps calling the house, the apartment. You need to let him know what's going on. So, the next day, they head out to campus, and his dad has sent him a brand new car. Now, it's like it's a nice car, you know what I'm saying? But it's a safe car. And Ron is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my father sent me a car. Like, why would he do that? And Whitley is telling him, listen, Ron, like, because, she's still dealing with the fact that she done got cut off. So she's like, shoot, your dad delivering brand new cars to campus. You better enjoy it. You better take it for what it is, and you better enjoy the gift. And Dwayne tells her, like, well, this is really between Ron and his father. And she was like, so are you telling me to mind my business? And he was like, and she was like, he said, well, there you go. And she said, there I went. And she walks off. So it's just Dwayne and Whitley being Dwayne and Whitley, child. Now, the other story we have going on, we see Colonel Taylor talking to his son. Well, actually, his son talking to him. And his son is like, Dad, I can't believe you're going to do this. I can't believe you're going to let them use you like this. And Colonel Taylor's like, son, what are you talking about? And he says, Dad, the only reason, you're going to let them make you out to be the token black. So Colonel Taylor has gotten an invitation to come and potentially join the country club, the golf course. And Colonel Taylor is really excited about it. But of course, his son is like, you're just going to be a sellout. That's what it is. It's all about selling out. Colonel Taylor says, listen, I'm going to go down there. They've invited me to come and play. I'm going to go check it out. Like, that's the best golf course in this area. Like, I'm definitely going to go down there. And, so he comes back from playing golf, and he's trying to tell everybody how great it was, how wonderful the golf course was, and oh my goodness, I can't believe, like, it's just a great experience. And he talks to Mr. Gaines, and Mr. Gaines is like, I hear what you're saying, Brad. Like, I understand what you're trying to do, but all I remember is that was a place that we couldn't go. He talked about, he told a story about his father trying to join the club and being a great golf player, and how he was turned down. He was like, so yeah, no, because he said, well, when I become a member, you can come and play, you can be my guest. And Mr. Gaines was like, yeah, no, out of respect for my father, nah, no thank you. And you can see, the wheels sort of turning a little bit. And what he says, he's like, listen, I get it. I understand what it is. But I'm trying to knock down the door for everybody behind me. Like, if I become a member, then everybody behind me can come in. It's like all it takes is one. Jackie Robinson, that kind of thing. But Terrence still ain't feeling it. So he tells Terrence, listen, the guy's coming over to the house, to talk to me about becoming, officially becoming a member. And I would like for you to be there. And Terrence, of course, is giving him the whole sellout deal again. And, his father's like, listen, I'm kind of fed up with the whole sellout thing. Like, I told you what I need you to do, and I need you to be there. Like, period. I'm your father. This is what I'm telling you I need. So he ends up talking to Walter. And he's like, Walter, you believe my dad is trying to sell out? Like, I can't believe my dad is trying to do this. Like, what would you do? How would you feel about it? So Walter lets him know. Walter is like, listen, he tells Walter about the whole situation, the issue with his father. And Walter tells him, he says, listen, your dad has, he's been doing pretty good all this time. Like, maybe you should listen to him. And he was like, what do you mean? He said, your father, is a colonel in Uncle Sam's army. That's not easy. The uniform does not cover his color, and he's been able to do that with dignity. So if he's telling you that, this is something he's doing for the right reasons, and that he can, there's a level of, there's a layer of, he'll be able to do it with dignity and in order, then you have to kind of believe him and listen to what he's saying. So, Terrence ain't really feeling it, but he was like, yeah, all right. But he was like, y'all just all, all the old people stick together, whatever. So then we see Whitley at the sitting on the couch, frustrated because she's still mad at Dwayne. Jaleesa comes home, and Jaleesa is upset because she's having a rough time at work. Well, her boss is trying to take credit for her work and give the presentation before the board. And she's trying to tell Whitley about her problems. Well, Whitley is like, wait a minute, your boss is trying to, like, well, that's real messed up of him. And Jaleesa's like, what do you mean him? My boss is a she. And Whitley was like, and you just finding out? And they end up having this whole conversation where Jaleesa is trying to tell Whitley her issue. And Whitley is like, I don't remember you talking about none of that. I don't recall none of that. And all she got out of that was that Jaleesa's boss is a she. And then she says, well, maybe I should go talk to Dwayne. No, she said, maybe I should go talk to him. And Jaleesa was like, oh, really? That's really nice of you, but I should really be the one to go talk to my boss. And she was like, I wasn't going to talk to your boss. I'm talking about, I need to go talk to Dwayne. So, of course, it's like, oh, my gosh, whatever. So, she goes and apologizes to Dwayne, and well, no, she goes to fuss at Dwayne, but he heads her off, tells her that she's beautiful when she's angry, and Jaleesa is mumbling under her breath as she walks past the two of them hugging in the hall, and he was like, what's wrong with her? And she was like, did you know that her boss is a transsexual? Which is just funny to hear that language in 2023. But anyway, well, actually, transsexual is appropriate. I was thinking about the other word. Anyway, moving on. So Ron is walking across campus, and now there is a cherry red sports car out there. And who comes popping out is his father. And he was like, you know what? Because Ron called his father and told his father he didn't want the car. And, he needed to talk to him about some things because he was feeling some kind of way about some stuff. So his father was like, you're right. That car was boring. I should have known better. And so he's bringing him the sports car. And Ron is like, Dad, I need to talk to you. So he ends up telling his father that he doesn't want to go into the family business of selling cars, that he wants to be a musician. He wants to sell the drums. He wants to play the drums. And his father is like, are you serious right now? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm handing you, I'm handing you this golden opportunity on a platter, and you want to play drums? But he does talk to him about it, and his father ain't happy, but he don't disown him either, So over to Uncle Taylor, Colonel Taylor's house. Terrence comes home, and he's still being a brat. He's still playing the whole, you bowing down to the white man's rules situation. And Colonel Taylor tries to explain it to him again, like, listen, I'm trying to create an opportunity. Like, I'm not stupid. I know that they're reaching out to me because they need black members. I'm not stupid, but he said, but they've got new leadership over there, and they really want to try to change things. Like, they really are sincere about trying to change things, and I don't have a problem being at the forefront of that. So the guy comes over, and they have a great conversation, and, everything, and he officially, offers him a membership, and he's like, yes, I thank you, I appreciate it, I would gladly take that, take the membership. And then he slips up, and he says, yeah, I can't wait for us to get the PGA Tour. Now we'll be a contender for the PGA Tour. Well, a lot of you guys may not remember, but back during this time period, a lot of places were, like, I know Arizona lost a lot of, like like big major events because they wouldn't make Martin Luther King birthday a legal holiday. And a lot of places like country clubs and things like that that didn't have white members, the PGA was like, we won't bring a tour there. We won't bring any of our championships there if you guys are still practicing in discrimination. And so now basically they offered Colonel Taylor this opportunity to become a member so that it would open up the doors for them to now be able to get a PGA championship. And Colonel Taylor realized, okay, this is worse than I thought. Like, I knew that they were using me, but I didn't know it was only for the ends of the means. I thought they were really trying to change, and they really realized that they've been discriminating and they need to bring people in. And so Colonel Taylor basically tells them, thanks but no thanks. Like, I didn't mind being the poster boy when I thought that y'all were really sincerely trying to change, but I ain't gonna be the poster boy when you only trying to change to get a championship. And, you know, of course, then Terrence looks at his dad in a different light and realizes that, you know, his father isn't stupid. His father was very aware of what was going on. And at the end of the day, his father stood up and made the decision he wanted him to make all along. So anyway, that was it. Let me know what you think. Talk to y'all later. Peace.